Greetings RC friends, welcome to Props and Wheels and to another episode of Budget RC. In this series, we try to show you the possibilities of getting started in the RC flying hobby very inexpensively, or maybe grow your fleet. That's what I've been doing. So we find great deals through, for example, Facebook Marketplace, eBay, Craigslist, through friends that have too many planes, too many helicopters, and then give you a review if that specific RC aircraft is a good deal, which we call a steal, or a squeal, which will be a bad deal. So far we only had great deals. And today we have a great, amazing deal for an RC helicopter. And if you're wondering, no, this is not it. This is my Blade 70S that I just reviewed in the previous episode. And today I have for you the bigger sibling, which is the Blade 120 S2. So these both are, I think, amazing helicopters. They are from Horizon Hobby. They both have safe technologies, sensor assisted flight envelope, short safe, which gives them the predetermined envelopes for the beginner, intermediate or expert modes, where it won't allow you to do something really extreme like a maneuver if you are in the beginner mode, and if you do a stick movement that's going to take it to that strange attitude. So it will basically nanny you during your progression into an intermediate and an expert RC flyer. So with that said, this you already have seen, so I'm going to put it aside. And let's take a closer look of what I have here, what I got this morning. So this is a ready-to-fly RTF deal for Blade 120 S2. Brand new, these sell about $150. If you go now to Horizon Hobby website and browse this, it's $150 plus tax, shipping, whatever you have to pay. And I got it for $40. This was listed on Facebook Marketplace for $50. I made an offer to the seller for $40 and he accepted it. And I just picked it up this morning, and I was picking up 2 more items from that area, so I consolidated into one trip. So it cost me very little gas money to get this. And the gentleman I met, he was a retired Air Force veteran, and we had so many things in common. The good thing about picking up these kind of deals is sometimes you meet these amazing people with fantastic stories. He was into helicopters, airplanes, RC airplanes. He has been a mechanic on many warbirds. He had a motorcycle, he had a collection of cars, and he even had a big table of this little town full of trains. So he showed me, he was generous enough to show me all these, and we ended up chatting for over an hour. So he's, I think, now a friend of mine. So you meet these amazing people. So as I mentioned, I got this for $40, and if it flies well, it is a fantastic deal. The seller already showed me flying in his garage, and I tried it out at home, inside, upstairs. It flies great. So let me show you close up. Here it is. It is significantly larger than its little sibling, this is the 70S. So, I mean, look at the difference. This flies great. If you haven't watched the video of this one, I'll put it down in the description, and you can also see it over here. I'll put the link over here. So this didn't come in any box or any packaging. I don't care. It came with everything I need, the charger, the battery, and the transmitter. And it is good sized, and the only thing and only little damage it has is it is missing one of these tabs. There is a small crack over here. It's a missing tab, but the other 3 tabs are in place. So do I care? No. I got it for almost like a 25%, 30% of the price that I would have paid, brand new. So this is a great deal if it flies well. And Horizon Hobby products have a lot of parts support. So if you break something, you can always find the spare parts very easily online. So that's another good thing. Now what I'm going to do is do an indoor flight. And once that's completed, we'll go outside to do an outdoor flight. Before we get started with the flight testing, I would like to explain the flight controls for those of you who are beginners or don't have much experience with radio control helicopters. So this is a mode 2 transmitter, meaning that the throttle is on the left stick. The right stick is called the cyclic, and when you move it forward, backward, right or left, the helicopter will move forward, back, right and left accordingly. On the left stick you have the throttle. As you increase it, for fixed pitch helicopters like this one, it controls the motor speed. So the higher you go here, the faster the main rotor will spin. And then this left stick, right, left controls the yaw or the rotation, right and left. And for that, it uses this little rear rotor blade to push the tail right or left and turn it accordingly. And on this, there are one switch on the left and one button on the right. This switch is for going between beginner, intermediate, and expert. And this is the panic recovery button. So if you put, for example, if you are in the expert mode and put the helicopter in a strange attitude or you are crashing, you basically pull the trigger and it will balance out, level out the helicopter. So let's turn on the transmitter. First, connect the battery and quickly put the helicopter on a level surface, which is my helipad, so that the gyro can stabilize quickly. This needs to be not moving, so the lights are going, blinking, and you can hear the cyclic. And I'm going to show what this does, this switch does. So green means, over here, green light means that it is in the beginner mode. If I pull it once towards me, it's blue. Now it's intermediate mode, which will give you faster speeds, quicker turns, and back, forward, right, left. And then the red is expert mode. So it, I think, turns off most of the nannies, if not all, stabilization. And so I do not recommend trying it out indoors in a place like this one, because probably I'll end up, at least for me, I'm not a very experienced helicopter flyer, RC pilot, so I will probably end up in the walls. So I'm going to test that, the expert mode, out later when we are outside. And I'm going to leave it in the beginner mode to start with. It's a little more intimidating compared to the little brother, but it is not that bad. I'm making very small movements, and the gyro, when I connected the battery, may have, let's see, if it is coming back a little bit, maybe slightly, but there are also the trim functions, trim buttons over here, so you can trim it out a little bit. If it's coming towards me, I can push the forward trim slightly. Yeah, I mean, this is a very small space for it, so I'm going to take it easy. I'm not a really good heli pilot. I consider myself. Okay, so that wasn't that good. I was just getting too close to the wall, and then I decided to just land it where it is, because I was quickly losing orientation, gaining speed. So let's see if it did anything to it. It is still good. Yeah, it is. I mean, I can tell it can move fast. So you need probably a larger space for this one. The small one, I wasn't intimidated at all. But with this one, since I am advanced beginner, not even intermediate pilot, it just gets me all nervous, because with larger things can break a little easier. So Let me try to, do a rotation around so you can see it from different angles. The gyro helps a lot, but it is still, you're kind of moving it around quite a bit. And I'm just going to now switch it to intermediate mode. It is a little difficult to reach that switch with my finger. Okay, so now it is in the intermediate mode. Moves a little faster, as you can see. And back to beginner. The green light is on. Let's see how the expert mode does. So I need to have my finger on the switch, just in case. So this is the expert mode. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. I wasn't expecting that. It becomes a completely different animal in the expert mode. I hope I didn't break anything. Alright. I put it back to the beginner, but it was just way too fast. So let me... It's doing good, although it did crash quite a bit. Now I think the gyro is not... It's coming towards me. I think the gyro needs to be reset. So I'm going to land it, disconnect the battery quickly. So I'm just going to connect the battery and quickly put it on the flat surface. While it is, I'm not going to touch it. Okay, so it's bound. Let's see. Oh, no. The tail came off. The tail came off. Yeah, I guess it needs to be in. Okay, I have a little bit of a work to do before I can fly this again. After that interaction with the wall, there was some vibration that was always there whenever the rotor blades were spinning. Although the rotor blades looked okay, someone suggested just to replace them to figure out if they were the cause. So I have a new set of rotor blades that I'm going to replace. Even these are not the culprit, I will have spares. The vibration seems to be much better, so I'm just going to do a quick indoor flight testing. Okay, all set. Let's see, it's going to fly stably. It's trying to go forward. I'm just giving a lot of back pressure on the right stick. So I may have to do a drift calibration, which it just initialize it like this. And then the red and blue lights are blinking. Now I need to bring it to a hover and try to keep it in the hover for 15 seconds. Now I have to press the panic button to finalize the calibration. Okay. So now, if I take off, it should hover stably. Let's see. It is still trying to fly forward, but not as bad. And I may be able to trim it out probably. Okay, the battery is low. I didn't charge fully, so I just landed it. I'm glad it has telemetry, but it seems to be much better. So I'm going to charge the battery now and then go outside and test it out. The battery is not fully charged, but it is past 8 p.m. But I wanted to do the outdoor flight before we lost all the light. Hopefully you can see it. This is going to be a short flight. I'm starting in the beginner mode, the green. So just full forward. And I'm going to get to the next mode. This is the intermediate mode. You can see that it's banking a little quicker. Flying very nicely, very stable. I know that some expert helicopter pilots, they don't like stabilized mode. They say they teach you bad habits, you never learn properly. So I'm going to put it on the expert mode. This is the expert mode. Very okay. Put it back on the stability because it was drifting quite quickly. All right, again to expert mode. So I have to do all the moves in order to keep it straight. So this will be all right. Back to intermediate, and I'm going to land it. I think I'm getting, as you can see from the light, yellow light, low battery alarm. Not in the red yet, but okay, right in the on the helipad. That's great. So Blade 120 S2 for $40. Of course, I paid another $10 for the new rotor blades, but that's my own fault. Even if this were new, brand new, the same thing would have happened. I had to replace it. So $40 for a ready to fly, nicely, gently used Blade 120 S2. There are deals like that out there, so you can find. I found this through Facebook Marketplace, but there are other deals probably can find on eBay, and I do not recommend Craigslist unless you are really seeing that everything is working well. So, mosquitoes are, so I have to end this. The mosquitoes are attacking me. Excellent deal. It's a nice beginner friend, not beginner, but beginner friendly helicopter, good size, not one of those, you know, it's a larger micro. I call these mini. And you can also train your right thumb very well when you put it on the expert mode, because on the expert mode it's drifting right and left, so it is all you controlling it. So I do not recommend this as a first helicopter. Go buy a coaxial 4-channel helicopter, either one of those old E-Flight Blade CX2 or MCX helicopters. Those were fantastic trainers, and they are not around anymore, but there is this LC02 Thunder that I recently reviewed. I'll put the link over here as well as in the description. Go check it out for only $25, less than $30. You can get something with the proper 4-channel controls on the correct sticks and train yourself, and this could be your second one. But if you are going to try out the expert mode, be ready to replace some parts. Well folks, thank you very much for watching this Budget RC episode. Hope to see you on another episode, bringing you these cheaper options for getting into the hobby. Stay safe and healthy. Hope to see you on the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.